In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
My name is Mac Barron, M-A-C. That's it.
That's it?
That's the way God spells it, yes.
Is this your first year at high school?
This is my first year at North Forsyth.
Okay. Why North Forsyth High School?
They offered me a job. No, in all seriousness, I've been at one school for 15 years, and I was sort of looking for a change, and I was informed of this opportunity, and I interviewed, and apparently they liked me.
All right. So what school was that beforehand?
That was Swainsboro High School in Emmanuel County, Georgia.
Cool. And now our files show that you have studied at 3 different colleges.
Yes, that is true.
And which colleges were those?
I went to LaGrange College for 2 years. That's in LaGrange, Georgia. And I went to Georgia Southern for 3 years. And that's where I finished out my undergrad. And then I got my graduate degree from Georgia College and State University. And then I had to go back to college again to get certified for library science. And I did that through Georgia Southern again.
Did you always know that you wanted to be a librarian?
Oh my Lord, no. I was a history teacher for 12 years.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I was looking for a graduate program that I'd be interested in, and I chose instructional technology. Now, in instructional technology, you could either go the librarian route or the other route, and that's the other route I went, which is why I had to go back. I was working very closely with the librarian at the school that I was at before this, and when she decided to retire, she came to me and said, I think you'd be great at this job, and then I went and pursued certification for that. But no, I never saw myself as like being a librarian until the opportunity came up, and then I realized how great it is.
So what exactly is your job as a librarian?
As a librarian, primarily I facilitate the library. And that means, I'm in charge of curating collections, so meeting the needs of our stakeholders, finding out what folks need and want, helping them find information of all kinds, whether it's print or digital. And it also encompasses a host of services throughout the school. I also help out with instructional technology, about Mr. Sarfati. So if a teacher is having a crisis and needs a cable jiggled, I can come in and help with that too. There are a lot of facets to the job, so it's difficult to explain to someone exactly what I do, which also helps ensure my job security. People think it's more complicated than it is. Did I say that out loud? No, I do a bunch of junk.
We have it on file now.
Great.
Anything you say can and will be held against you.
Does Mr. Cheney see this?
Yes. So speaking of little towns, I heard that you have a podcast.
We do. My wife and I have done a podcast for about 10 years. It's called Catholic in a Small Town, and we really should change the name because we are no longer Catholic in a small town. We are in a big, big town now. So
cool. And now we're going to bring in Officer Detective Jordan to do this interrogation.
Whoa! There was another librarian. What did you do to them?
I don't know anything about the big lump under the carpet in the library.
Okay,
I promise.
She was here for a very long time and a many number of years, and then she just magically disappears the day that you show up. It sounds like that's not a coincidence to me. What did you do to her? Where is she?
She is part of a NASA Mars mission program in Arizona in a biolab, isolated for 6 months to find out if she'll go crazy like somebody else I know.
That sounds like a load of crap. I'm done.
So you said you were a history teacher before you became a librarian.
Yes.
What made you want to become a history teacher?
Well, I felt a calling to teach when I was in high school, and I just felt like if I ever heard the voice of God, it was, you should teach, and I've resented him for it ever since. No, and I was really an English, a lover of language, and history was my second love, and I had a couple of fantastic history teachers in college, and so that's what I chose, social studies education. And you never know what's going to walk through the door what the problem is or what the day holds. Because I live and die by my to-do list, but something always throws a wrench in those works, and that's really interesting. It can be frustrating, but when you're really busy and tons of people need you, they are really, really grateful when you help them.
Right. So
Stop the interrogation. Stop it right now. I have ample evidence suggesting that another suspect is guilty of this crime. Get out of my interrogation room.
Yes, sir. No problem. I'm gone.